But,
I have
could
a question for
of course.
Mr. Micheal Dell.
Sure, go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to just say that you are one of my heroes in my life. You know, I have a list of inspirational people, and
Oh, well, thank
it's
you
been
very much.
10 years. I am really kind of impressed by what you have done in your life. So, you know, like an example for
That's
me.
very nice.
So thank you for your existence in this world. This is the first thing, because you are really inspiring.
Absolutely.
For youth, for the youth, I think you are inspiring. So this is the first thing.
Thank you.
And I want to ask you, Mr. about, you know, because you are in the business of computers and stuff. What do you think about the future of quantum computers? No, quantum computation, quantum computers, in sense of advancement. You know, it is possible to have this kind of computers in the next 20, 30 years, or people are not really interested right now in this kind of computers?
Yeah, well, you know, I think you're going to see continued tremendous, you know, improvement in computing power. You know, today we have electrical signals that pass, you know, inside machines, but, you know, as you go to optical, you know, optical is kind of working its way all the way down to the PC, if you will, or to the, you know, and so, you know, the idea of an optical processor is not that far away, and so yeah, I think you know, you're sort of limited only by your imagination if you plot out the learning curve of improvement in our industry, and then you sort of say, well, okay, you know, what are the big unsolved problems in the world? And it turns out that they're computational problems, and so as you get all this computational power, you're able to solve, you know, problems at a faster and faster rate. Then you have people that bring up the point that people do bad things with tools, and yeah, it's true, but hopefully they do more good things than bad things with the tools. But, you know, I think you're likely to see an accelerating rate of change and improvement in technology, and you're going to see, you know, big problems get solved. I see you work at CERN.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's a great example of you know, computational power being applied
For sure, yeah.
against you know, big challenges of the universe.
Yeah, maybe, I mean, yeah, it's true. I mean, in the next 10, 20 years, I think we will have another, you know, another point of view about matter, and maybe we will change our strategy in controlling matter. That's why I'm really excited about quantum computers, because it's like a second generation of computers, and I really want to test this kind of computer before I die, because, you know, we are in a world of sharing informations, and, you know, via internet, and now with G+ and Facebook, we love sharing. And with these quantum computers, you know, the information will be, you know, will be transported in, you know, instantly and immediately. Without, it's not limited with speed of light. It's with quantum effects, and that's why I'm always imagining how life will change with this kind of instantaneous transportation of information. And but in the other, you know, theoretically it's possible, but in the other hand, I don't know what is the point of view of people in the business and industry. Are they interested, excited by, you know, I know that right now they are creating small computers on 5 atoms, maybe 5 or 10 atoms, to do some simple calculations. Yeah. I think in Germany or some, or I don't remember. So
In CERN.
yeah, but in the future, I feel like it is possible to start with computers on molecules. And yeah, if you control the motion and the movement of the molecules and the interaction between them, you can store information. You can control matter differently, and it's really a different philosophy of creating computers and making computers. Now, also right now we are doing electronics. So with electronics, we are, like Mr. Micheal mentioned, we are doing electrical signals. But right now, it's been 1 or 2 years, one and a half. People could isolate the magnetic pole. And the magnetic pole, it's also a charge, like the electric charge. So in the magnetic poles, we have two charges, the minus one and the plus one, because it's a quantum state of magnetic field.
And now you're losing me.
Imagine that we create a computer, create computers with these two charges, not only with the electrons in the computer. They are using the magnetic charges.
I was actually in the middle of something, so can I call you back in a few minutes? Yes.
So that's why I am excited. I'm excited by this.
Of course, the development of technology is always exciting.
Still very, very early stages in our industry, and the stuff we're doing now is going to look prehistoric.
I think the real question is when the mind-computer interface is going to come to being.
It's a lot of echo.
Someone doesn't have a headphones.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to be able to think and it just shows up on the computer, but
if I could say something, I think that faster we will move to graphene materials in making processors than to quantum processors.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think it's.
Here's my spin bit.
What was that?
Wow.
And I could advertise my country. We have some graphene pattern problem.
Did you get it, guys? Wow.
Yeah, is that a binary string of zeros and ones, Micheal?
What is it?
It's like
Is that what, are you trying to give us
binary language
code with zeros and one strings?
This is beautiful. And Mr.
I'll
Dell,
let you explain. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just. I want just to know, when you were 19 and 20 years old, how did you feel? Did you know that you will, make it? You're gonna make it. Did you know that you will be one of the icons of computer technologies? And because we need it as a young researcher, I'm really, I have so much respect for people like you, especially you, because I was following your biography. It's been 10 years because I love what you did. But I really want some kind of, hints. What was your, what did you do in your life? Did you have some kind of pattern in your studies, in your way of thinking, or it is normal life?
Wow, this hangout must mean to you a lot.
Yeah, I was looking for doing a hangout with him. I did a hangout with him once, but I had a problem with my computer. So after 2-3 minutes, I had a problem, so and I couldn't discuss with him. And today I feel like I'm lucky to see him alive.
Right.
This is the fascinating thing, that world becomes so small with tools like Hangout.
Yeah. I talked about this kind of things. It's been 2 days. I said that with G+, it is really possible to discuss with Nobel Prize winners, with people like Dell, easily, maybe in lunchtime, with his laptop. You know, you can talk with him, you can talk even with the president. You can ask questions.
I haven't seen any president on Google Plus.
Yeah.
So.
me neither. But
Foursquare. Yeah,
oh, of course.
Maybe Mr. Dell is the next president.
yeah, why not?
The answer to that is no.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh. Somebody's got an echo going.
Happens.
If any of you that doesn't have headphones have anything like that, please use them.
It's not about the headphone, it's about the software. If you have a good graphic card, you can just like modulate everything and it's gonna be fine. Just use the echo cancellation thingies and it's gonna be fine, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, so I put a link to a book I wrote some time ago that gives some history
thank you.
that could be helpful. I think it's actually on Google Books, you know, online, so you can just read it online.
Your hair is so black.
But
when do you have time for writing books?
well, that was a long time ago. I wrote that book. That was maybe 1998, I think, something like that.
You know what? When I imagine CEO like you, I think about person who enters one meeting and then enters another meeting.
Even on Saturday?
Even on Saturday.
No time for family or sports or anything like that?
You know, I don't really know if my imagine of CEOs is correct, but I think
that's no life for a man. That's a life for a machine. You have to live outside.
Many of them are machines.
Yeah, a lot of people are machines. That's because they don't have the right, you know, they do not prioritize. If you see what I mean.
Exactly.
Family is way more important than job or anything else.
Yes, exactly.
I agree.
You have right.
I agree. Yeah, so 99, but I wrote it in 98. You'd be surprised how long it takes from the time you write something to the time it actually comes out.
But you know, when you are a CEO and you write a book, you don't have to fight with your publisher to publish it.
Well, actually, they wanted to publish it sooner than I did.
So you see.
Because I wanted to make sure it was just right, and they wanted to publish it to have a product to sell, which wasn't very interesting to me.
What do you think about HP and their termination of WebOS? Yeah, I think it's pity because, well, I didn't try it, but it looked well.
Well, I think it's you know, I mean, the bigger news from my perspective is that they're going to spin off the PC business. Because that's obviously
very important news.
A big business. So that, I think, you know, for us it creates, we think, some opportunities. So we're spending time thinking about that. But you know, I think in a platform war, it's really hard to be number 3.
Yeah, because in a tablet universe, there will be only iOS and Android. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, and I think you know, Windows 8, you know, has some possibility, some potential for tablets. You know, we've seen Windows 8, and it looks actually pretty good.
Yeah, I don't trust Microsoft though.
If I could say something that I think that you don't have to be a first platform in this market to make a lot of money.
I think because of this whole HP thing, but it proves that Microsoft isn't too late to the game. If they execute right, they could take second place because there's no.
Yeah, they have a big chance.
I mean, we know the iPad is like first place at the top, but no one's sure about second place yet. So
I do not agree on that.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that Android has a clear second place so far. It depends how Microsoft comes out.
I'm not talking about the hardware. I'm talking about the software. Apple is way too strict about all their application and all their policies than Android can be.
True, but people are still buying iPads. So I mean, at
Yes,
the end of the
'cause
day,
they are
Apple's
hipsters,
moving the
that's all.
units. It's too cool for hipsters now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's it.
It's too
And
popular.
how many of you have tablets, and what do you use your tablet for?
Yeah, I have this transformer.
Yeah. So you have the ASUS product.
Yeah, I have.
How do you like it?
Oh, I enjoy it lots. Yeah, I read books before I go to sleep, and the keyboard is awesome. You know, it's comfortable. It's better than I expected.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of products in that space where there's kind of a blurring of the lines between what is a tablet and what is a notebook.
Yeah, this is actually a notebook now.
Yeah.
But
Michael, but could you say that? What could you say about netbook computers? Could you say that this was a missed idea?
Well, you know, I think the word netbook was kind of artificially created by the industry to designate, you know, some product that didn't have this feature or was a certain size or something like that.
yeah,
I've never been a big fan of the industry trying to do that. I don't think it really works very well because, you know, you get things that are in the middle and things change and bigger displays and faster processors, and so I mean, I think clearly, you know, if people bought you know, a really small, underpowered notebook, you know, as a kind of data consumption device,
yeah, the speed was horrible.
Yeah.
you know, wasn't a great product. You know, we kind of you know didn't really go after that space, instead preferring the more, you know, higher end, fully featured.
Exactly. You know, the interesting thing is that the tablet in itself, for me, it is the device that netbook hasn't been, because netbook in its idea was a small computer that help you to consume media and that last long on a battery.
Yeah, that's
And I can say that any of netbooks I have used didn't
Take a serious second look because I had a HP laptop a couple years ago and it was a pretty poor quality laptop. I mean, speaking back. So if they're spinning it off, well, how's the quality control going to be?
And what do you think they'll do in terms of, you know, who will they sell it to? How will they support them? What will the new owners do with the existing products? You know, will they continue the business as it was, or will they have a different strategy, or is it? Nobody really knows, I guess.
We could speculate, that's for sure.
Yeah, speculation's easy, but you know, if you're going to go buy a product tomorrow,
I would buy HTC.
I'm talking about
PC?
does it affect their PC business? I mean, it seems like if they were going to spin it off, maybe they should have figured out who they were going to spin it off to before they announced it. That's just
the question is that if HP is spinning out their PC business, that if their PC business will still be HP, it could be anything else than HP.
Now I get it, I'm sorry.
They could spin it off to themselves. I mean, like, I know Kraft and Philip Morris did that. They just broke into two companies. They could just do that. I don't know how well that would work.
Yes, the one of companies that have split out their part was Motorola, and see where they ended.
Yeah, although, if you spin it off to the shareholders, the parent company gets no money for that.
Yeah.
And if they're going to spend $10 billion on autonomy, maybe they need some money. I don't know.
I can't see anyone that would buy it. Because, I mean, you have a couple of, like, Acer type companies out there that may think about it, but I can't think of anyone that would seriously consider buying HP's PC business.
Yeah, so I come back to my question. If you were gonna, let's say you were a decision maker in a company and somebody came to you and said, "Okay, I'm going to go buy 1,000 PCs." Would you be less likely to buy 1,000 HP PCs on Monday morning now that you know that they're going to spin off the business?
Yeah, it'd be less likely.
I don't think so.
You don't know what the support is going to be like going into the future, because
Exactly.
they sell it to someone else. They're running the show then. And if it's 1,000 units, I'd figure support would be pretty important.
Yeah, they lost credibility.
Kind of what.
Yes, and I think that
like to us.
the main problem is that their decisions are for people that watching them from outside are very erratic, because they're rolling a tablet device 2 months ago, and 2 months later they're ending their business.
49 days.
Even.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not making a company worth your attention.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Hey Michael, I know you must have already spoken about it, but do you plan to buy HP?
No, actually.
Do you have any interest in buying HP? I'm not saying you plan to.
Nobody asked that question.
I thought that would be the first question someone would ask you today.
Yeah, I was asking, if people, what people thought about, the HP news, and if they were, somehow less interested in buying HP computers, as a result of the news. What do you think?
Totally less interested in buying HP machine, because a company that's not interested in, in its own products, why would you buy the machine?
Yeah.
How many of you have a Dell now?
Say again?
I was asking who uses a Dell notebook of you.
Oh, I do.
I have an Alienware. Does that count as a Dell?
Fascinating. That CEO of Dell uses CEO product.
Mr. Dell, I got a question. What's your favorite Dell
I
product?
mean, I think the only way I can see of me buying, if I was going to buy 1,000 HP notebooks, would be if another existing PC company buys them out.
Favorite Dell product, XPS 15Z. Fantastic.
I remember the Dell notebook I have used it. It was a Dell C610. It was a very nice notebook computer, back in early 21st century.
Yeah, Latitude series.
Exactly. It was a very nice laptop because it has a very good LCD matrix for the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mr. Dell, it's not about buying HP for. It's not about you buying HP, but my remark is that for me, I have HP computer laptop because my supervisor has one, and a lot of physicists has HP because CERN. I think there is a contract between CERN and HP, because when you work and hang around in CERN, there are a lot of public computers, and they are all HP. So I think in subconscious, somehow physicists, when you are trying to buy a computer,
Maybe
you
they
buy
have
HP.
sell this with a discount for printers.
Yeah. Also,
no, what
for
I have
printers,
seen is,
yeah.
what I have observed is companies are using used HP machines, but when the end user has to buy, he buys a Dell product. That's what I've seen in India, at least. The company I work, I've seen HP machines mostly, but the end user, when they're buying for themselves, they prefer buying a Dell machine if they want a Windows machine. Yeah.
Ah, okay. No, I'm talking about business side, because there are a lot of big computers we are using to do, you know, our calculations in via LX Plus in Linux, and I think it's a good point to think about doing a contract with CERN, right? Why not? I mean, I'm glad to see Dell product at CERN. I'm sorry, sir?
You want to check some of the links I just posted.
You have to check?
Check the link Michael just posted.
You know, in the chat?
Yeah.
If I could say something about Dell distribution.
Oh. Okay.
Dell distribution in Poland. I think that I'm a fan of the products, and that's why I'm here speaking with you, because if
okay.
I wouldn't be,
I didn't know about this. You know,
if I wouldn't be,
yeah.
I wouldn't enter the meeting. But I think that in some countries like Poland, there is too much business oriented. You sell a lot of products to companies, and I see those computer in
sales are to companies.
Could you repeat?
Most of our sales are to companies. About over 80% are to businesses.
Yes, and you see this, and some kind of standalone user have a hard time to get a Dell product.
Yeah, you know, it's a great big industry. We don't necessarily try to do everything for everybody.
Of course.
You know, so the whole industry is about $3 trillion, and you know, one approach is to try to sell to every customer, everything. We don't try to do that. So we're pretty focused on, you know, some key areas. I just sent a link there that kind of gives a sense for what Dell really is. But you're right, we're mostly selling to commercial companies and organizations. That's the bulk of our business.
Yes, and this is good. I think this is really good. But I'm mentioning this. Could you repeat?
It is Curious George, by the way.
Okay, just making sure.
Is the ratio same in India, 80-20, enterprise to end customer?
That's a good question. In India, it's probably a little bit more, maybe 70-30. A little bit more consumer. You know, in India and China, you have this effect where you have an enormous number of consumers, and not as many businesses. We've had great growth in India. Number one there again last quarter. But there's definitely a bigger consumer market in India and China, where you have not as much spending by businesses on computing.
Yeah, and just one follow-up question to the HP one. Are the margins really that bad in the PC business? Because HP says the margins are too low, that's why they're getting rid of it.
Well, you know, last quarter our earnings per share grew by 71% on a year-over-year basis, and you know, I mean, it's true that margins in PCs are less than they are in other things, but you know, we Dell this year are having you know, record levels of profit. But you know, our business is not just PCs, right? We're doing a lot in data center and services and software, and you know, it's a pretty broad, diversified business.
Thanks.
Sure.
Do you know on top of your
Michael,
head who your
what do you
biggest
do?
PC client is?
Who's our biggest customer?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, the biggest single customer would be, you know, like the U.S. government, if you want to count, you know, governments. Obviously, any government like the U.S. government, the Japanese government, the Chinese government, the U.K. government, French government, German government, those are huge, huge customers. They're bigger than any corporation. When you get into corporations, it's basically just like the biggest companies in the world. So you're like General Electric, you know, Siemens, Toyota, Boeing, Ford, you know, those really big companies.
And a lot of financial companies.
Sure, yeah. The, you know, Citigroup, Bank of America, Deutsche Bank, Goldman Sachs, you know, Barclays, all you know, HSBC, JP Morgan, all the big banks and financials. Banking, financial, insurance is a big category for sure. They use a lot of computers.
My friend works on some kind of credit agency, and he has his work computer is some kind of Dell laptop, and he's really like this kind of device because he's, as he say, it's not a high-end computer, but for business and office kind of work, it's perfect for him.
Yeah, you know, the other big customers are the guys who have big internet farms, right? So, you know, Microsoft, Amazon, eBay, Baidu, Yoku, Tuku, Roku, all the kind of big, you know, anybody who's got a big web farm, you know, consumes enormous numbers of servers.
Yes. If I could have a question for all of you, what do you think about the term called post-PC area?
Post-PC era?
I think there always will be a PC, like in computer meaning, yeah.
Don't you think that the PC area just starting?
Well, you know, when the post-PC era start?
Because if I think about a PC device, I think about a computer in any form factor that is very personal, that I can storage my data, that I can use only by myself, and in those terms I think that PC area is just starting.
When did the post-PC era start?
The first from the historical view?
Yeah.
And I think in 1982.
Well, the PC was, IBM PC was introduced in 1981. So the question is, when did the post-PC era start?
People, bloggers say that in the 1209.
2009, I mean.
Yes, of course.
2010.
It's just the form factor that's changing, right? It's still a.
Of
Yeah,
course.
you know what's interesting? I just posted a link that IBM declared the post-PC era in January of 1999. And the reason I remember that is that at the time, there were about 100 million PCs sold a year. So, 1999, it's the post-PC era, 100 million PCs are sold. Now, this year, we're still in the post-PC era, 11 years later, and there are 400 million PCs being sold. So far, the post-PC era has been pretty good for the PC. Seems like people buy more PCs in the post-PC era than they do in whatever came before the post-PC era.
Yeah, because I think that the whole talk about post-PC era is a kind of a marketing thing, and no more because if you follow the design of the PCs from mid 80s to now, you see that those devices was changing, and now maybe now they're changing more faster than ever, but it's still a change, not some kind of weird mutation.
Yeah.
What devices fall under post-PC era? Are we talking like tablets and smartphones and stuff, or are we still including computers, like netbooks, or I mean, are we just blocking out Microsoft products, or are we just blocking out any personal computer?
I think that the most people who write, the most bloggers who write about post-PC area, they're throwing off devices with x86 chips.
Yeah, you know what's interesting is, okay, let's say you have a smartphone. Everybody have a smartphone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. When you got a smartphone, did you get rid of your PC?
No.
Anybody know anybody that got a smartphone got rid of their PC?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay, so now you got a PC and you got a smartphone. Then you get a tablet. Anybody have a tablet and get rid of their PC?
I know some people that did, but I didn't.
So they got a tablet and they got rid of their PC.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many people do you think got tablets and got rid of PCs?
I know two.
About 10%, I would think, of the people that I've known that got a tablet.
I think maybe less.
Tablets are going to be sold this year.
Can you repeat that again?
How many tablets are going to be sold this year?
20 million, 40 million.
Okay, let's say 40 million. Take the high number. How many
25.
PCs are going to be sold this year?
It's six. If it was 400 million last year, then it's going to be around 500 or 600 million, maybe.
Okay, let's just say 400 million. So 40 million tablets. Some percentage of the people don't use their PC anymore. 400 million PCs.
It's not a post PC. It's not a post PC era by a long shot, because it's not even close. Because even let's say the tablet becomes completely functional, the tablet is just a PC, right? At the end of the day,
Of course, and it
nothing
could be
different. It's
more
doing
PC
as of today,
than ever.
as of today, the tablet is a limited device, but eventually it might just become a powerful PC. So the PCs came down from being.
See, I just posted a few links. If you go on Google and you search for the term post-PC era in like 1999, you'll find all kinds of stories about the post-PC era.
So this is a really a long term.
It must take a really long time. I'm not sure how long it's going to last, but it's been pretty good for PC so far.
You know, for when I have used it first time iPad, I thought that.
PCs, but we're very happy to be at PCs.
Of course, when I have used it, then iPad for the first time, I have thought that this is a device that could be very good replacement for a netbook computer.
Yes.
Nothing more.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to sign off here. Gonna go for a little walk with my wife.
Okay.
Enjoy yourself. Thank you very much for your time. I am very
hope
happy
that we'll meet you again.
to have this opportunity, Mr.
Yeah.
Thank
nice
you so
to
much.
meet you.
Bye bye.
Nice talking
Thank
to
you.
you, Michael.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Right.
Wow.
Thank you very much,
That's
guys.
for Micheal Dell.
I've learned from everybody here. So thank you a lot. I've learned from everybody here. You are really, you know, it's really delightful to listen to you. It's enlightening and inspiring to listen to you. So.
I mean,
Nice from
I
you.
think now you need to make a post about this experience and share it with us.
Yeah, of course. I'd like to.
As a matter of fact, I did a screenshot with some of us that was in the room with Michael a little bit earlier, so if you get the opportunity, I posted it publicly, so feel free and tag yourselves in that photo.
Okay, thank you. Because I saw it and I didn't know if you like tagging myself or not. But yeah, I saw your post and it's really interesting.
That would be fine.
Okay, thank you
nice
so
to
much.
see
And
Tag yourself, and if you'd like to add a comment to the bottom of it from your perspective and your feelings about sharing this time with Michael, I would just make a comment to mine and continue sharing it.
okay, thanks a lot. And also,
It's fun to watch it. It's very fun to watch your excitement.
thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Are your name Amine?
Yeah, Amine.
Amine.
It's
Oh,
French.
thanks.
I mean, where are you from?
I am from Algeria.
Okay.
And right now I'm in Belgium. I'm research assistant, so I'm trying to get a PhD scholarship. So maybe I will get it in November or. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Michael, you missed the other Michael.
Michael Dell just
Hello.
So
Micheal Dell
I was
has left
talking
the building.
with Bruce about the hangout with Michael Mozart, and we did a hangout 2 days ago about physics and about space-time, and it was really amazing. The thing is that it was my first live hangout and I was stressed a little bit, so after watching the video I felt like, oh my god, my English was really bad.
It was excellent.
It was perfect.
It
was perfect.
Let me talk right now because I can only be on here for 1 minute. Did anyone mention Daria's concert to Micheal Dell, and do you think he can come?
Oh, I really forgot to tell him about the concert.
Did.
I forgot.
Okay, don't worry about it. And Shirley isn't here. It's her husband pretending to be Shirley. And okay, I'll talk to you guys later because I've got to start that particular hangout. We're going to draw the people we can. And
yeah, looking forward to this.
it looks funny. My illumination is solely coming from the computer screen itself. I'm in a completely darkened room. It looks interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah,
of course,
it looks
very
scary.
interesting.
Okay, guys, nice chatting with you. I'm going to jump out.
Thank you.
Bye
bye.
Okay, I'll see you later. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye. There's always also Viet Anh Tran, right?
Hi.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are really, brilliant, man. I liked your questions.
Oh, thank you.
You know how to ask questions.
Thank you.
And
Glad to hear.
you ask a lot of questions
Oh.
which were in my mind, and yeah, thanks a lot. Nice to meet you. And
Nice to meet you too.
I have to go right now, so bye bye.
Bye.
See you, Amine.
Cheers. Bye.